Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel Destiny Moon Tarot, and welcome to yet another pick a card reading. In today's reading, I'm going to be finding out what your unique magnetism is. Okay, so something that makes you really special, it makes you really magnetic to people. This might be a quality or qualities about yourself that you didn't know you had, or maybe you know you have but you're not using to its full potential, or maybe this is just something that you have but you're just too afraid for the world to see it. Okay, now today's reading is inspired by Lilith. I did not grow up Christian, so I only knew that Adam and Eve, they were married and they were the first two people on earth. But what I didn't know was that Adam had a wife before he was married to Eve, and that was Lilith. And I just wanted to find out more about her because, she's a very controversial figure. So yeah, I did some reading. I read this book called Glamour Magic. I will link it in the description box below if you guys are interested in, finding more about Lilith and, like, using her energy, tapping into her energy to um fully live up to your own potential, because I think she's very inspiring. And if you really get to know her, I feel like she is the OG self-care and self-love queen. Like, she chose to not dim her own light when men and other people were expecting her to do that. So yeah, I mean, it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of bravery to stand up for yourself. And I feel like for the past couple of weeks now, I have been calling to Lilith and, like, using her energy, whether that's in glamour magic or just generally in life, because I feel like she has been coming through to me and she has been helping me, especially on, like, my self love journey, on my self care journey, on occasions when I feel like I am prioritizing everybody else except myself. And, also in times where I am acting out of character because I want to be likable and I'm dimming my own light, I feel like she really comes through and she's like, hey, she's just like this gentle reminder to me. Like, her energy is this gentle reminder to me to not dim my light, and to, not be fearful of being seen, or being different, and also of not belonging. So yeah, I mean, very interesting energy. So yeah, this was a reading that I did for myself personally, and I felt like it might benefit some of you guys as well, which is why I'm doing today's reading. So I'm going to be finding about, like I said, qualities about you that you may have forgotten you had, or you don't really know how to fully tap into that energy. Or maybe this is energy that you knew you have and you kind of show it to the world, but you don't know how to fully live up to that potential, right? So we're gonna get advice for what you can do. We're gonna see, what your life could probably look like once you do give into that energy and start showing that energy more. And we're also going to be finding out what is that, like, main quality that draws people to you, that inspires people about you. What is it that really draws people in and, like, gets you attention, right? So yeah, with that being said, let's uh get into your reading. Let me introduce you to today's groups for you to choose from. We have group number 1 with this cat tarot of the Temperance card from tarot. These are just tarot stickers that I purchased from Amazon, and I think they're super cute. So yeah, this is the Temperance card. This is going to be your group if you choose group number 1. Group number 2, your option is yet another sticker. Now this is the Hermit. This is what the cat looks like, this is what the sticker looks like. That's group number two's option. And group number 3, you guys have the Judgment card right here. this is going to be your option if you choose group number 3. Right, now you can take as much time as you'd like to. Pause this video if you need to pick either one or multiple of these groups intuitively. And once you have made your decision, you can find the timestamps that correlate to your group's reading in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comments. And I shall see you all in your reading. Hi, group one. You guys chose the Temperance card right here. So let's find out what your unique magnetism is. Now, something that I'm picking up immediately for you guys from the sticker that you chose itself, which is Temperance, is that something about you that is really unique and it's very magnetic and it attracts people into your life is your energy of balance. I feel like you are a very balanced, a very fair person. You don't expect to just give and not take in return, but you're also not a complete taker who doesn't want to give. Okay, you believe in equal give and take, you believe in equality, you believe in fairness, and you believe in, having limits and having boundaries and having once in a while, maybe giving in to temptation. But as a general rule of thumb, I think in life you are just a very balanced person, and your boundaries are not at all flexible. Your morals are not um, up for debate. Your morals are not definitely for sale. And yeah, I think you have like a really good head on your shoulders, in the sense, head on your shoulders in the sense that, you always want to do the right thing. And there is a very good balance here between your head and your heart. You're never only practical and not emotional, but at the same time, you're not only emotional and not practical either. I think there is like a very good healthy balance here. Now these two cards I'm going to save for later, because this is like your advice and other juicy stuff. But first, let's find out what makes you magnetic. Okay, so we have solitude and we have tenacity. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so you know what I was saying with you being like really fair and really just. I feel like something that makes you uniquely magnetic is that you don't really mind being on your own, as long as you get to be your authentic self. Okay, if you have to change yourself in order to belong in a place, or if you have to dim your own light or be more digestible for people in order for them to accept you, you just don't want that. You're just like secure enough in yourself, and you're self-aware enough, and you're independent enough as well to rather be alone, to rather have like a small group of friends rather than having, a huge friend circle of people who probably don't even know you that well, or that you cannot be yourself around, or you know it almost feels like you're probably okay with not being Mr. or Miss Popular, right? So yeah, there is this feeling here that you're able to do a lot of things on your own. Like you're very secure in yourself and you're very independent. And it's something that, people find very attractive about you. When you walk into a room, you're not looking around at how other people are perceiving you, or whether other people like you. That's not really your focus. Your focus is, okay, when I walk into this room, am I able to be myself? Do the people in this room accept me for who I am? And more importantly, I feel like even if they don't, I'll be okay because I accept myself the way that I am. And you have like a very, like, you're very sure of yourself. There's surety, there's like really strong roots, here. So I definitely feel like you come across as someone very grounded, very rooted, very humble, very self-assured, and maybe not at all insecure. And like, I know we all have insecurities, but I think your energy just comes off as very confident, you know. So a lot of people, probably if you open up to them and let them know about your insecurities, they might probably be surprised, and they're like, really, you feel insecure about something? I mean, that's surprising, because like you come across as such a confident and, you know, self-assured person. So yeah, that is the energy that really attracts people into your life. I also feel like with tenacity, some people might think that, you know, you are very stubborn or rigid in your ways, or, you know, you might have like a resting bitch face. So like there might have been people coming up to you saying that, oh, you're actually very scary, and we were very scared to approach you, because you seem like, you know, you are probably a mean person, but now that we know you, we think you're really nice. So yeah, you could be one of those people. But I think people also see how, like, um you know, you don't, like, a person who's very tenacious, right? This is a person who, um they believe what they believe, and it's not like they're not open for discussion or they're not up for debate. But I think this is someone who knows what their morals and their principles are, they know what they stand for, and they don't let the approval or disapproval of other people and the opinions of other people get in their way, right? So yeah, that might come across as stubbornness or even arrogance to some people, but I think like your energy is just that of like a very tenacious person, in the sense that, you know, you are someone who, um you're very sure-footed. Like, you know, when you speak, people listen to you because they're like, yeah, this person's opinion is very thought through, like they know what they're talking about. This is not something that, you know, yeah, this is not a person who's very easily influenced. Yeah, you are not someone who's very easily influenced. You don't come across as someone who's very gullible or naive. Like, people know that they cannot just take advantage of you because you will see through their bullshit. Yeah, it almost feels like, you know, um yeah, you have a very low tolerance for drama, you have very low tolerance for like ignorant people, you have very low tolerance for people who think that they are always right and everybody else is always wrong, or like, you know, someone who's incapable of seeing a different perspective. Like, you come across as someone who dislikes people like that. And that makes you very uniquely attractive, because unfortunately, you know, there are so many people and they're fighting for approval, and they're fighting to fit in, and they're wanting to fit in because they feel so insecure in themselves. They actually change their opinions about major things, you know, things that they might completely be against. They will change their opinion just because they know nobody else in the room agrees. So, you know, you're not that kind of person, and that makes you very uniquely attractive. That is the energy that people like see from the get go. That's something they pick up from your energy. Yeah, there is this also like dark, mysterious energy to you, because like we have so many, like so much darkness in this card. Like, I feel like people really see that you have pure intentions, you have a really pure heart, but at the same time you're such a spiritual person that like you see through energy, and like people feel like they can't lie to you, even though you have a really good heart and you will help them and you would want to care about them. I feel like people are really scared that if they come towards you with ulterior motives or with dishonorable intentions, you're going to clock that and you are going to cut this person off, or you're gonna really, you know, um yeah, be really harsh in the way that you treat people who are unkind or people who want to take advantage of you. Yeah, there's also like a bit of a mystery. So like people want to know more about you. Maybe you're a bit of an introvert, or maybe you don't speak very often, you don't speak unless you're spoken to, or you know, you don't indulge in every single debate that is going on. You know, sometimes you just believe in just keeping quiet because you feel like there's no point fighting with a fool, or there's no point, voicing your opinion because everyone else around you probably is not in the mental state of mind to be able to grasp that or comprehend that, right? So yeah, you're able to distinguish between when to speak and when not to speak, that temperance quality coming through again. Yeah, so that is something that I'm picking up on. Let's find out now what happens when when you fully let this energy shine, when you don't hide this about yourself, when you don't try to conceal these things about you. What does your life look like? We see you and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer. Yeah, so I feel like when you do embrace and acknowledge these qualities about you, and you actually live in this energy and you let this energy shine, it feels like there is a lot of protection around you. You and your loved ones are safe because people are probably not judging you, not criticizing you, not questioning your upbringing, not attacking your parents for their parenting style, not probably assuming that your parents have spoiled you, or they have um, uh, given you too much freedom. Yeah, so it almost feels like that, like when you fully like let this energy shine within you, and when you really live in this energy, it almost feels like you are protected. There is this like higher power that is protecting you, right? Because like when you look at the crab has a very hard exterior but a very soft interior, right? So it could be possible that when people judge you harshly, or when people say something mean to you, or when people say something mean to you about your parents or your loved ones, you get very defensive about it. You're very possessive about your loved ones, and you don't like your loved ones being criticized or being taken advantage of or being questioned, or being criticized, right? You don't like that. So yeah, you have that like really hard exterior to protect that softness within you, to protect your loved ones. You have that like hard wall around you where you're just like, I'm going to speak when I'm being spoken to. I don't want to give too much of my information away to this person because I don't want them to believe that my parents have spoiled me, or my parents didn't raise me well, or there's something wrong with my parents for them um, being okay with the way that I speak so boldly, or I speak my mind. So you don't like doing that. So when you live in this energy, in this temperance energy, where you let this energy shine, where people know this about you, but they know this about you from your energy and not because you are voicing that to people, that really protects you and your loved ones. I really hope that's making sense. So instead of like getting into arguments with people, you just let people know your point by the energy, by the body language, by you disengaging in mindless debates, right? That shows people your character. And when you let that happen, it just shows to me that that is when you and your loved ones are saved, right, from being hurt, from being criticized. Because it almost to me feels like you hurt easily. Yeah, like people in the past probably have taken advantage of your kind and open heart, and that has hurt you. Or like you love your family and you love your loved ones, and you don't want to hear bad things about them, right? Like especially things that you really love about them. The fact that your parents have loved you and sheltered you, protected you, maybe even pampered you, is something that makes you really happy, makes you feel like, yeah, my parents raised me well. But when you hear someone else probably say that that's not a nice thing, or that's not the way that children should be raised, you get very defensive, right, when someone calls your parents bad parents, right? So yeah, I feel like when you live in this energy, there is like a higher power that's like, you know what, it's fine, you don't even have to indulge in this drama. If these people think you're spoiled, let them think you're spoiled. Like, we are protecting you, we are protecting your loved ones, and we are protecting you guys from evil eye, because a lot of times people project their own insecurities onto you. So, maybe they are not parents who were able to provide for you the way that your parents did for you, and that's why they're so insecure, that's why they call you spoiled and pampered. So it's not because they think there's something wrong with you, or there's something wrong with your parents. They feel like they're lacking in some way, and because they can't make up for it, or because they feel guilty about it, they try to pull your parents down, or you down, or your loved ones down, right? That's just an example here. So, yeah, that's what happens in your life if you just let that energy shine. I feel like there is a higher power, there's the universe, there's God who's protecting you and who's protecting your loved ones, and saying, karma is gonna handle it. You let these insecure people be insecure. You don't waste your beautiful energy on these low vibe people, group number one. So, yeah, that is what makes you uniquely magnetic. Let's get your card. Let's see how maybe you can um indulge in it. Like, even while I was like picking up the tarot today, I didn't really know what question I wanted to ask the tarot. And I do have like one card that's your advice. So, like, okay, let's do one thing. Let's get your advice, and then we'll get any other information from the tarot. Right, so here we have stars. You can manifest your every wish. Okay, so a higher power wants you to know that your energy, your unique magnetism also lies in the fact that you are a master manifester. Anything that you want is something that you get quite easily. I feel like anything that you manifest, any wish that you make, you always get. Maybe you have noticed this in your life, that anything that you asked for, you always gotten. And if there was something that you didn't get, you just got something better, or it made sense in hindsight why you didn't get it, and you're not mad about it. Right, yeah, that's what's coming through for you guys. So it almost feels like the energy here for you is like, the advice here for you is to just remain unbothered. Be detached, be unbothered, okay, about what other people say, what other people think about you. I feel like you are a recovering people pleaser, but maybe other people's opinions of you still matter to you more than you thought that they do. And the idea here, and the message here, and the advice here is to just try to limit that if you can't eliminate it completely, but obviously eventually work towards it to a point where other people's opinions like literally do not matter to you. Okay, so like, let's see. Okay, this is good, because now I have an actual question to ask from tarot. Let's find out how you can be detached, how you can we have the magician again. Okay, how you can be detached, and also how probably you can um be unbothered. Yeah, okay. Yeah, how do you not let people's opinions get to you? How do you stay unbothered and detached? Right, okay. Bottom deck energy is the tower. Okay, so we have the magician, the star, five of cups, knight of pentacles, and the tower. I'm gonna start off with the tower because this is an energy that I was picking up on for you guys, group number one. I feel like, yeah, you genuinely, I think you're not a people pleaser, but sometimes, okay, here's what the thing is. I think your energy is that of someone who minds their own business, and you also want other people to leave you alone. You don't interfere in other people's business, which is why you don't want other people to interfere in yours alone. And when they do, it kind of affects you to a point where it maybe affects your mood throughout the day, it affects your mental health, it affects just your energy levels throughout the day. And that's not something that you want. You don't want to give other people that much power, right? To be able to control your energy, to be able to control your thoughts, to be able to control your mood and dictate the rest of the day for you, right? Like you don't want people to be able to trigger you, right? So I feel like the message that's coming here for you is that one thing that you can do in order to detach yourself from these things is letting bygones be bygones. Okay, stop playing like the difficult conversations, the conflicts, the times when people have hurt you on loop in your brain over and over again. I feel like sometimes you overthink, and you stay stuck in this victim mentality. You stay stuck in, oh, you know what this person said to me like 6 months ago. Like, yeah, and you ruin a perfectly good day because you're constantly thinking about the negatives. You're constantly thinking about what you could have said, what you should have said. um yeah, and it almost feels like the energy here is to, like, when that kind of an emotion comes up, right, you just have to let bygones be bygones, especially if this is like a past thing that keeps recurring, if this is a pattern that keeps recurring. And when you feel like you're in this energy, focus more on your money. Okay, either focus on your work, focus on how you can better yourself, focus on a course or a class that you can join, focus on what can make you better, right? Because, like, let me tell you one thing, group number one, and this is not the first time you're going to hear it, but you probably need to hear it right now, is that other people bring you down only because you are above them. Nobody that is above you is going to have the time or the energy or the interest in wanting to pull you down, in wanting to humble you. Okay, it's only someone who knows you're better than them, you're above them, you're doing better than them, right? It's only this person that's trying to pull you down. It's this person who probably doesn't focus on their own life and they're jealous that everyone else is doing well in life, so they're trying to pull you down. I'll give you an example from school. Like in high school, we went on like this day outing, like it used to be called a picnic. Like every once a year, they would take us to like either an amusement park or to watch a movie or something where you do activities outside of school, right? So like this one time, I think I was like either in like 11th or 12th grade, I don't really remember, but like, yeah, um our school took us to this amusement park that had like roller coasters and a haunted mansion, and like there was also like a skating rink. Okay, and in this skating rink, like, so it wasn't like roller skates, they were just like skates where you have like the four wheels side to side, right? So yeah, and people were going in and skating and stuff, right? There was this one guy in the rink. We went to school together, we were in the same grade. He would see other people doing really well, and because he couldn't get the hang of it, instead of focusing on himself, he just gave up midway and he started walking around pushing people to a point where they would fall down or hurt themselves. Instead of focusing on skating himself, he would make sure that the people who were skating well, who were picking it up, would fall down, and like he was like a big guy, and he would like just like walk into or like skate into people with like full force, and he was really physically hurting people out there, right? So like that's the energy that I'm picking up on. I feel like, yeah, these haters around you feel like you're doing better than them and they can't stand it, which is why they try to pull you down. Okay, yeah, whereas what you should be doing to detach from this is focusing on your own garden. You need to focus on the fact that this person or these people, they affect your day so bad that sometimes you have to really pull up all of the stops in your self-care routine in order to feel better about yourself. And why are you giving someone so much power, right? My camera cut me off. So, like, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Why are you giving someone so much power that you have to start over every day? Instead of you being able to utilize the day and, like, do something productive with your day, you're now stuck on making yourself feel better. You're now stuck on trying to improve your mood, or like uplift your mood again, or like pick yourself up again, or like treat yourself with love and give yourself affirmations. Like, why are you letting this person or these people affect your energy to that point? Because that's just wasting your time, that's just wasting your day. When you know that you are the magician, when other people know that you are the magician, you are a master manifester, group number one. You have all of the potential within you, you have all of the tools, you have all of the support, you have like every single thing that you need to be successful, to be amazing, to be the best version of yourself every single day. When you have that potential and other people don't, they're jealous of you, and they see that you're doing better, and they see that you can do this all on your own, and they try to pull you down. So, like, why let them pull you down, right? So, like, one way in which you can detach yourself from such people, or like detach and just like let go of these things, is by literally just focusing on yourself, bringing in the focus on you. Like, if you have been spending way too much time wondering why you haven't been able to manifest this job, why you haven't been able to manifest a soulmate, look at the energy, the frequency that you are in. You are in this frequency where you're thinking about conflict, and that's not what you want to manifest, right? You want to manifest a healthy relationship, you want to manifest a job that is fulfilling, right? So then if you're going to be in this energy where you're ignoring yourself, where you're ignoring the good things that you can focus on, when you're ignoring your own self growth, and you're focusing instead on these people and like all of this spilled milk, when you're crying over all of this spilled milk, of course your manifestations are not coming through, right? So the energy here is to just bring back your energy to yourself. Start doing things for your own pleasure, start making yourself a priority. If other people think you're spoiled, that's none of your business. What other people think about you is none of your business. You just got to live your life, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's your life. You get this life once, whether you believe in reincarnation or not, group number one. This life that you currently have, you will have only once. You will only live this current life once. So live it the way that you want to, right? And like the best way is to also just like let them, just have this mindset of let them. If they want to think something about you, let them. I was watching a reel the other day, and it just summed up the energy so well, where this girl, she lives in Africa, and she was talking about how she's so sick of people having assumptions about Africa that are so wrong, that are so different and so wildly contrasting her reality. And she was like, you know what? If you want to think Africa is a poor country, you think it. If you want to think that everybody in Africa is thirsty and hungry and poor, you believe it. Like, babe, that's on you. I am out here living my best life, and I am not going to sit here and, like, explain to you how you are being ignorant. That's not on me, that's on you. Yeah. So I feel like that is the energy that's coming through here for you, group number one, is to just let them. And like, you can like Google the let them theory, or you can like watch videos about letting people think something, or like also like videos about detachment. In fact, I have found a really good video on YouTube about detachment, so I will link that right below your um, timestamp as well. So if you'd like to watch that video, definitely do go like it and watch it. It really made sense to me, so much so that I have downloaded it and I have shared it with like a couple of my friends and family members as well. Like that video really made an impact on me. So I will leave that in the description box below as well for you guys to check out, and hopefully that video is going to give you um more ideas and like more motivation, okay, and probably like more advice about how you can let go and detach. Yeah. So on that note, group number one, I think I'm gonna end your reading right here. Let me know what you thought about this reading in the comments below. Claim this detached energy in the comments below. Claim this magician manifester energy in the comments down below. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys. Hi, group two. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the Hermit Cat Tarot sticker. So let's begin with your reading. Let's find out what makes you uniquely magnetic. Now, something that I'm picking up immediately from the Hermit card itself is that you are a very safe and secure person. You're very secure in who you are. Okay, you're an introvert, but at the same time, you're very comfortable with being yourself. You know who you are, and you're very comfortable being on your own. But at the same time, there is like a thirst of knowledge that you have, and I feel like you're either someone who has a lot of like a very high educational qualification. Maybe you have a lot of degrees, or if that's not the case, then maybe you have taught yourself a lot of things throughout your life. You have taught yourself a lot of things. You're a very ambitious person in the sense that maybe you're ambitious with your career, but maybe you're also ambitious because you always want to better yourself, you always want to grow, you always want to evolve, and you're open to learning new things, whether that's taking up free courses or signing up for classes, or reading up about something. I think you're a very curious soul. You just want to know more and more, right? For some people, I'm also picking up on the fact that maybe like the schooling system wasn't really for you. So like you're a very smart and intelligent person, but you probably didn't do very well in school, which is why you maybe have this preconceived notion that you're not very smart, but you're actually really smart. You're very intelligent. And I think something that people pick up on from your energy is also that you are very smart and very intelligent, and um you're very charming, very charismatic is also something I'm picking up on. If I feel like you meet people from your school days or from your college days, they would probably say things like, oh, you weren't really like smart academically, but we never doubted that you were intelligent, we never doubted that you were smart, because um you are, you really are. Okay. This might also mean that the body language or the energy that you give off comes across as someone who's very well read, very studious, very serious about their career, very ambitious as well. So yeah, people pick up a lot of things from you, and I feel like especially if you're an introvert, you're like, but I don't open up to a lot of people. It doesn't matter. This is an energetic reading, group number two. I feel like your energy speaks louder than your words. It speaks louder than your actions as well. Your energy is just very loud. Yeah. So first up here we have metamorphosis as well as sun. Now, this is what makes you uniquely magnetic. Group number two. I feel like you are someone who's constantly changing, constantly evolving. You are a very go with the flow person. You change a lot. I feel like you're the kind of person who would probably say, I'm not the same person I was last year. I'm changing and evolving every day for the better. Okay. Because some people change for the worse and they say, oh, but people change. Yeah, they do. But it's only healthy when they're changing for the better. And I feel like that's you. You're changing for the better. Um, and even if you're not someone who's very comfortable with change, I feel like you deal with it better the average person, group number two. And that is something that people, really notice about you. That's in your energy, that, like, you're not phased very easily. You're not shaken up very easily. Like, you don't, like, react in a very outwardly sort of showy manner. You're very calm, you're very cool, collected, right? So, like, if you hear news that is a little bit difficult to hear, you don't, like, just are very dramatic or loud about it. You take it well, you take it like a champ, is what I'm picking up on. Yeah, you are the kind of person whom, even if you go through something that you don't like, you're the kind of person, you sit with it, you sit with your feelings, you lick your wounds, you acknowledge it, you accept it, and then you're like, okay, now how do we move on from it? You're not one to sit in victim mentality. Yeah, and that is something that people pick up from your energy. That's what makes you uniquely magnetic. Because, yeah, I mean, if people had the choice, would they use an Amex card, would they use a Visa card, or would they use the victim card? And I feel like people would use the victim card. There are many people out there that would, and you're not one of them. Also, with sun, I feel like there is this, like, your light, your internal light, it glows to a point where people are just attracted to you. Your energy and your light is very magnetic. People feel very comfortable and safe around you. So much so that I feel like I won't be surprised if you tell me that, people just tell you their deepest, darkest secret the minute they meet you, or, they consider you a friend, or they're like, oh my God, you're a nice person. I trust you. I'm going to tell you this the minute they meet you. I feel like, yeah, because your energy is beautiful. And that's probably like, it's a little bit difficult also to have that kind of energy, because then people that have darkness within them are attracted to you. So, there might have been situations where your energy, your light, your wisdom has been taken advantage of. But at the same time, I think, that hasn't made you tough, that hasn't made you a horrible person, that hasn't made you someone who's seeking revenge. Yeah, I think that has just helped you build boundaries. That has just helped you honor your boundaries, and, be more selective and protective of your energy. So that is what I can see here. Let's see what happens and what your life is like when you fully embrace this energy. So we have, you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. Yes, when you fully embrace this energy, when you live this life, when you live this energy, when you let this light shine, you feel like you're good enough, and you're good enough for other people. You become a inspiration and an aspiration to people. You become people's first choice. You become someone that people get attracted to. They can't really understand what it is about you that draws them in, but, everyone just, like, puts you at a pedestal. They have deep respect for you, and this might come across as surprising, because you're like, if they had so much respect for me, then why would they use me? Because they haven't worked on their own shadow. Yeah, because they haven't stepped into their own light, which is why they borrow from yours. Yeah. And what they don't realize is that if they ask nicely, you will just give that to them. They don't even have to manipulate you. But unfortunately, because they live in that darkness, they feel like everybody else does as well. And, they don't really realize their own potential, which is why they take advantage of yours. Yeah. So even the people that are treating you badly actually do have a lot of respect for you, and they actually do think you're very strong. And what you need to do to protect yourself from such people is just have very strong, very firm boundaries. Um and yeah, and I believe that you guys are putting in the work. And I feel like you are working on having strong boundaries. I feel like some of you already do, but some of you maybe are, recovering people pleasers. And healing isn't a linear process. So sometimes, there are ups and downs. Sometimes, you feel like I have been working on myself, but is the work working? Or like, oh, I have been working on myself, but this person was able to easily manipulate me. But there are a lot of times where you were able to clock that, and you were able to set firm boundaries, and you were proud of yourself for doing that, right? So yeah, don't be hard on yourself, you are good enough. Okay, let's get your advice. So we have lavender: surround yourself with love. um your favorite scent could be lavender. The incense that I'm currently burning is also lavender. So the building that I live in is also called Lavender. Fun fact. um, so yeah, lavender might be an important essence for you. It might be an important herb. It might be an important color for you, even. So either surrounding yourself with the herb lavender, or like spraying yourself with lavender essential oil, or like cleansing your energy with a lavender essential oil, protecting your home that way is it can be beneficial for you. But also something that's going to be really beneficial for you, and like something that is like advice that's coming through for you, is to surround yourself with love. Surrounding yourself with people who appreciate your energy, right? Who acknowledge your energy, who support your energy. Just because you can do it on your own doesn't mean you have to. Advice here for you is like, yes, you have been hurt in the past, but you have been working on yourself, and it would be a disservice to yourself and the world if you hide away your light from the world, right? So like, let your light shine, by surrounding yourself with people who will love you and take care of you and appreciate you, and not take advantage of your energy. Yeah. Let's just see some more like practical things that you can do, maybe in order to like open up your heart. What can you do? So we have the Three of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, we have the Emperor. Ooh, okay. And we have the Ace of Cups. How beautiful. Okay. And your bottom deck energy is the Knight of Cups. Approaching people is the first thing, opening up your heart to people. Maybe you feel like right now there aren't enough, or there aren't any quality people in your life, and you can only change that by seeking them out, right? By attracting them, and also by keeping your heart open, so that when they do find you, you don't self sabotage, right? So the idea here is to love yourself and pour that love out into the world as well. Continue being in that loving energy. Don't overgive, don't overshare to a point where your cup is empty, which is probably something that you have done before. Make yourself a priority, but at the same time, don't shy away from continuing to love people. Work on yourself. If you need to go to therapy, if you need to do some sort of healing, anything that you feel is going to make you more secure, anything that is going to make you more rooted in yourself, do that. The Emperor is the Emperor. Okay, I mean, come on, he's literally on top, right? So I feel like the Emperor, as the Emperor, it is your duty to like embody the energy of the Emperor by focusing on yourself. Yeah, focusing on yourself, making sure that you are going to be okay. you know if you win a battle, it's okay, as long as you have your life, as long as you're still safe, as long as you can pick yourself up again. Yeah, be the Emperor, right? The incense stick has burnt out, so I think I'm gonna like burn another one. And while I do that, I feel like I want to just continue your reading. And yeah, I mean, that could be a message as well for you guys. Like, just like if you feel like somebody around you has the capability of like dimming your light, you have the power within you to light your inner light again, to pick yourself up again, to feel good about yourself again. Yeah, that is a message that's coming through for you. Yeah, you can pick yourself up again. Yeah, despite the distractions, despite the naysayers, despite the people taking advantage of you, you will be okay. You are good enough. You will be okay. Okay. And there's also a message here. You can totally ignite that fire again, and you can totally put yourself out there again. Okay. Go to places where you can work in collaboration with people, where you can meet like-minded people. Take an active step is the advice that's coming through for you. Join the apps, join courses, classes. If someone's inviting you, go meet them. If you want to reach out to someone and say, hey, let's meet up because I think we have similar interests, invite them out. Take the first step, be bold, take the first step. Put yourself in places where you're meeting new people. Okay. It's great that you're able to look after yourself and that you're comfortable and safe within yourself, but we're not meant to live a solitary life as humans. We need other people, right? So yeah, the idea here and the message here is to, put yourself out there so that like minded people can find you. And when they do, open up your heart to them. Okay, open up your heart to them and just know that you will be a good judge of character. And in case you're not, you are the emperor. You will be able to be okay. You will be able to take care of yourself. You will be able to protect yourself. You will be able to protect your loved ones as well. You'll be fine. Okay, group number two. So I feel like that is the reading that I have for you guys. I'm gonna end your reading on that note. Let me know what you thought about it. Claim this reading in the comments below, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye, guys. Hi, group three. Welcome to your reading. You guys chose the judgment card right here. So let's find out what makes you uniquely magnetic. Beginning with the judgment card itself, I feel like what makes you uniquely magnetic is that you don't judge people. Okay, you don't jump to conclusions. You don't come across as someone who will make fun of someone else. Or yeah, I feel like people just feel very safe around you and expressing themselves around you, because they feel like talking to you is like being in a judgment free zone. Yeah, it almost feels like you will be very accepting of people. Like your energy is very accepting, it's very nurturing and welcoming to people. That is something that I'm picking up on. We have blossom as well as contentment. So yeah, it almost feels like, you are the kind of person that would build other people up and hype other people up. You are a really good wingman or a wingwoman. You're a really good like cheerleader. Okay, and that is the energy that people pick up from you. And that's something that makes you uniquely magnetic. I feel like you always have the right words to say to people, or like, you know exactly what people want to hear, and you're able to comfort them. Or your energy itself is very comforting, it's very welcoming, it's very nurturing. You have a motherly instinct to you. I feel like, yeah, you might be the mom of the group. Or you just have like a very Yeah, like a motherly energy to you is what I'm picking up on. You might be a mother, and this is just confirmation that you are a good mother. So if you have been questioning yourself, don't. Okay. I also feel like you are the kind of person who probably, you're really good at affirmations. You are good at giving people affirmations. You're really good at building people up, fixing people's crowns. That is something that I can see. You're very, very tender, very loving, very gentle with the way that you care, with the way that you communicate with people. And that is something that people can pick up from your energy. And I think also something that people pick up from you is that you are very secure and safe in yourself. You're very content in yourself. You know who you are, and that is why you're able to care so much about other people. It almost feels like you have a lot of wisdom. You have been through hardship, and you have experienced hardship, which is why you're able to be there for other people in the way that they sometimes need. And yeah, you're a very supportive, loving, caring person, and that is something that people pick up from your energy, that makes you very uniquely attractive. I won't be surprised if you have soft parented a lot of people in the past that you have been in relationships with. I won't be surprised if you have taken care of other people when they have been going through heartbreak, or a difficult period in their life. Yeah, and when you fully like acknowledge and embrace this energy, we have what do you need to release, waning moon. I feel like you're able to heal yourself. You're able to kind of progress and learn and grow by taking care of other people. I feel like you care about yourself by taking care of other people. You learn through other people's mistakes, right? You're able to let go of a lot of things about yourself. You're able to change a lot of things about yourself. You're able to improve things about yourself when you see other people doing something that you probably also do, which is landing them in deep waters. So yeah, I feel like somehow you're able to learn and grow because of what you experience around you through other people, if that makes sense. Let's see what advice is coming for you. We have read forgive. Oh, okay, so advice for you that's coming through is like, maybe you have felt like the people that you have been there for haven't really been there for you. Like you have been through someone else's heartbreak, but they were not there for you when you were going through heartbreak. And it honestly just feels like you need to let go of grudges. You need to let go of um the need for revenge, or this need that I was there for this person but they weren't there for me. You need to let go of that, because you need to realize that the love that you gave to people, it's not wasted. You don't have to work on getting revenge. You don't have to focus on whether this person is getting their karma or not, because you need to believe that the love that you gave to this person was love that you freely gave, right? Because you are a nice person, because you're a caring person, because that person in that moment really needed it, right? So maybe you have experienced things in your life where you were accepting of other people, but they were very judgmental of you, they were very critical of you, they were very harsh on you. You have given gentle, soft parenting to someone who has only shown you tough love, and that can be difficult. That really can be difficult. Some of you, I feel like, have deep rooted traumas or issues because of your upbringing, because you know how you had to take care of your parents instead of them taking care of you. And honestly, the answer here is, and the advice here is for you to just forgive your parents and just like believe that they did the best that they could in that moment. Honestly, even though they messed up, they did the best that they could in that moment. And you need to release it, you need to let go of that, because if you stay in that energy and if you stay in that victim mentality that you have been wronged, you're just going to keep attracting those same things into your life again and again. Okay, so let's see how you can break out of this pattern, if this is a repeating pattern, or how you can probably protect your energy and make sure that you're not wasting your time. We have death. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles, right? We have the Six of Cups, and lastly we have the Lovers. Ooh, okay. Okay. Bottom deck energy, Ten of Swords. Yes, people make you feel so drained of your energy sometimes, group number 3, and I feel like the message that's coming through for you and the advice that's coming through for you is that you can live your full potential when you start focusing on making changes, on finally ending a pattern. Okay, like now death and rebirth is a recurring cycle. Okay, you will keep going through this birth and rebirth and death again and again till you don't learn your lesson. So it's about time you learn your lesson. You want to stop this pattern, you have to make some serious changes. Okay, and I'm coming across as giving you tough love, so I'm going to change my tone and be a little bit gentle with you, because I feel like you deserve it. You deserve the gentle love that you give to other people. So yeah, the focus here, the advice here for you is to tend to your own garden. Okay, I think you are a bit of a giver. You give more than you receive, and you probably do that because that's in your nature, but you also probably don't know when to stop, right? And I think the message here is that, when you start feeling like other people's problems are your problems, when you start feeling like what someone else is going through feels like you are going through it, that's when you need to stop yourself and be like, hey, let me check myself before I wreck myself, and let me see how I can tend to my own garden. Let me be there as a supportive friend to other people, but at the end of the day, someone else's battle is theirs to fight. Okay, and sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it feels sad to see someone else going through that you went through, or see someone else going through that makes you feel really bad because you don't want other people to go through pain. But sometimes, that's their karma, and you cannot step into it, right? You cannot stop it, you cannot help them. Sometimes people have to, not sometimes, every time people have to face their own karmas. So, there's only that much that you're able to do at in any situation, in any given situation that's not your own, group number 3. This is something that you really really need to start believing in. Okay, with the Lovers, something that I'm seeing is that you cannot stop being the giver that you are, because that is who you are. So continue to give, continue to care, continue to love people, and know that people that love you and will care about you will come into your life once you make these changes. Okay, even if that means that you have to do this on your own for a while, even if sometimes it feels like you will have to probably cut out people from your life, even if that means that it's scary, that you will be alone, you'll be friendless, but it's okay, because sometimes you have to put yourself first. Okay, with the Lovers, something that I'm also picking up on is that, you have to trust your intuition. Okay, and like, don't be needy, don't be greedy, because I feel like right now you let these people take more than they deserve to take from you, because you feel like they're giving you what you have wanted. You're staying in toxic relationships or friendships because you feel like they're giving you the love and the support that you think you deserve, that you have always wanted. They give you breadcrumbs and you stay because it's better than not having anything, right? You stay in this like toxic relationship because probably you have met friends through them who are really important to you. Okay, but like, what good are these other relationships if the relationship that you have with yourself or with the person who has gotten these other relationships in your life itself is not healthy and is not good, right? So Yeah, that is just a message that's coming through for you. I feel like you really need to take charge of your life. You need to make some serious changes. You need to sit and you need to really, you know, question maybe why you have been putting up with this behavior, and if you don't want to continue doing it, what are the changes that you can make in your own life in order to, stop these patterns and end these patterns, and instead attract in actual lovers, actual people that care about you. Yeah, so that is the reading that I have for you guys. Group number three, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and I will see you all in my next reading. Bye, guys.